now we've got some of that cleanup out of the way, we're going to get back to, creating these panels. So we're going to create like an axis along the the bottom, and then one along the side. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to create a rect class. So a rect type of node that we're just going to render essentially a straight background color that we choose. So we're going to go app rect.py to create that new file. And this one should be pretty easy. Okay, hopefully there's no errors there. Looks good, but it always does before tragedy strikes. Okay, so go to our main, open up our main file, and then we need to import that RS. So it's going to go from rect, import rect. And so our panel color, we'll set it as that. So okay, let's see what that looks like. We need to come down here and go R1 dot size, set our width and height, and we need to draw that as well. And that should work, but errors abound. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna open up rect numped. It's not numped. Config width. Config has no attribute width. Sure about that? Config window width. Window width. There we go. Okay, so we've got this blue rectangle now, and that's going to be like a panel on our little interface here. So we're not setting the color yet, it's just the default color. So we'll actually pass the color now. Now we're confident that it's working well. Background color. Try it again. It's much nicer. Cool. Now we'll make the horizontal, the y-axis background. So copy this, make another one. Frequency axis background. Let's call this R2, and then the size, or the dimensions of that. So the X and the Y is going to start from the top left corner. The width, we're only going to give that a width of 80, and then the height is going to be the full height of the window. And then we're going to have to do this as well. R2, R2, yeah, that's it. Try again. There we go. So we've got our axis, our background along here, and our background along here. Awesome. Now it's starting to, look like an actual sort of, some sort of interface. Now, before I continue, it looks pretty good. See that? See that little whistle there? That was such a weird, I just love looking at this. Like I could look at this all day. Anyway, so we're gonna, there's something I wanna, there's a massive improvement that I want to make to this app. See how every time we add a new object where, we're repeating ourselves, we're doing, wave.size, everything .size, .size, .size. We're doing .draw, .draw, .draw. This is a bit cumbersome, and we're going to be adding we're going to be adding a few more items here. So I'm going to do this in a much better way. I'm going to create a list called nodes. It's just going to be an empty array. And then instead of repeating ourselves over and over and over and over, we're going to just add our objects, our nodes, to this array. And then we're going to draw everything in that. We're going to draw all of our nodes at once. So we just need to add them. So this one, we don't even actually need to hang on to this at all. We're just going to go self.nodes.append. Same thing here. Then what we can do here is we can get rid of all this. We can just go, and we can go node.size width height. That's all we need to do for size. And this is going to grow to like 10, different items. And so we don't want to be repeating ourselves at all. And we're going to copy this, and we're going to stick that there. And we're going to be able to replace all these as well. So we go node.draw. Now we still need to update our wave and our spectrogram and update and all this kind of stuff. We still need to do that, but those two are specific to those two elements, and all the other elements like the text that we're going to add and the ticks for the the access, all of those we don't want to be specifically singling them out. We just want them to be done automatically for us. Okay, now made those changes. Let's see if it still works. And it's still drawing exactly the same, but now it's a lot easier for us now. We just add it to our list of nodes, and then we are done. Okay, so let's continue. So next we want to, let's clean up, let's close down some of these. App window, we don't need that.